guys, it's Allison, and today I'll be talking about how to write songs about people that are in your life. No matter who you are or what kind of songs you write, you're probably going to end up writing a song about your crush, your parent, your friend, your child, your sibling, your partner, significant other kind of thing. You're going to write a song, probably lots of songs, about people that you know in real life. So today we're going to be talking about how to do that successfully. There are two ways that you might be writing a song about someone. You'll either write it directly to them as if you're going to sing the song to them, or you'll write it the way you would want to confess whatever you're trying to say. For example, maybe you're writing a song to your girlfriend and you want to be able to play it to her someday, so you're going to say the true feelings that you want her to know and you're planning on telling her. Or maybe your friend made you really mad and you're never going to tell him that he made you mad, but you're going to write the song that says what you wish you could tell him if you were brave enough to say it to his face. But generally, those two types of songs will sound the same. You'll say you, or you might say he, she. It depends on the style you choose. You can either choose to address them directly and say, I felt this when you did this, or you could say, she's so great, she makes me happy, or you could say, you can completely remove yourself. You could say, she's so great, she makes him happy. You can make it sort of distant from your actual life, or you can make it so personal that you're saying I and you. So it just depends on the style of the song you want to do and your personal choices, how close you want the song to feel, how relatable you want the song to feel, etc. Then next you're going to choose the feelings that you have for this person or for the certain event you want to write about. Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you happy? Are you in love? And you're going to take those emotions and then you're going to use adjectives that fit that. For example, if you're angry, you're going to say maybe you have a flaming rage, but if you're in love, you might say you have a burning passion. They're like similar, but those two things, flaming rage, burning passion, they sound similar, but in the context of a song, one is so angry and one is just so happy. And so you take them and you put them in the context where they belong, and then you have a different type of song. Also, your song will change depending on who it's for. For example, if your song is for your mother and you're talking about how much you love your mom, you might not say things that sound as romantic as you would if you're writing for your boyfriend or girlfriend, other like husband, wife kind of thing. If you're writing for your mom, you're going to say, hey, remember that time when I was 4 years old and you did this for me? Now I'm however many years old you are and you're still there for me and you're still supporting me. If it's for your wife, you'll be a little more in the day and less nostalgic. That kind of thing. Like, depending on who your song is for, you're going to want to change the way you decide to go about it. Is it a nostalgic song for your mom, or is it a living in the moment song for your wife? The next tip I have is, if you're writing a happy song about how great you feel whenever you're with somebody, whenever you're with them, write down the exact feelings or the exact words you could use to describe how you feel in that very moment. So that way, later when you're away from them and you're wanting to write this song, say you're at home at night before you go to sleep, and then you can pull out your notes from the day you spent with this person that you love, and you can write down a perfect song for them. If you're angry with someone, you're going to want to write in the moment the first initial gut feelings, write them all down. And make sure you can finish your song while you're still angry, or you're good at putting yourself back in that time when you were angry or when you were sad. The immediate reactions, write everything down, write every single way you could describe it, and put it into metaphors and similes, and make everything an analogy to something. I was so sad, it felt like a river was flowing through my brain and emptying out every other emotion. You want to write that down as soon as it's happening to you, and preferably when you're in the presence of the person. Just, if it's maybe not a positive song, don't let them know what you're doing. Just sort of like, secretly write something. Another important thing to remember is that sometimes it's really hard to write a song that encompasses everything you feel about somebody. So instead, just focus on a certain day or a certain memory or the certain time you felt really happy, like maybe the months leading up to your wedding, and write that down. Another thing is if you have somebody that you're going to write a lot of songs about, for example, your boyfriend, and you wrote some songs before you were dating about how much you liked him, you're writing some songs while you're dating, you're happy, and then you're going to write some songs after you broke up, and you're sad or angry, and then maybe you write a song months, years later, and you're like, okay, I understand everything that happened now. You want to make sure each of the sections of time that you're writing these songs about this person sound different. You can't just write the same song for every stage in a relationship. You've got to make this pre-relationship sound longing, and this during relationship sound so blissful and light, and then the after relationship sound heavy and burdened, and then you want to sound free again, hopefully, when the relationship is over. So make sure the way you feel, or the way you should be feeling, is conveyed right in each era of your songwriting. If you're writing physical things about somebody, make sure you focus on the things you like most about them. For example, if you really like your husband's eyes, then you will want to bring them up a couple of times, or the way somebody moves, or the way they smile when they look at a certain thing, or the certain way they laugh. You want to take what you like and make sure you incorporate that, because if you're just like, oh yeah, your hair is so great, but you really have no prior opinions on their hair, it'll probably sound fake. So take what you actually look at in your daily life and apply that to your song. For example, this is really strange, but there was a person one time where I admired their nose for no reason at all. It was just like something I would look at sometimes and be like, you know, you have a nice nose. And when I wrote a song about this person, I mentioned their nose. Not many people talk about noses in songs, but I did, because it was actually something real. And then when I sing that song, it sounds real. It sounds like it's actually what I thought, not like, oh yeah, your arms are great. Because, like, I had no opinion on that, but for some reason, I thought about the nose. So just don't make it creepy, and make it real when you're talking about physical aspects of someone. Make sure you talk about all the things you love about their character too. Are they nice to people? Do you notice them being really charitable? Or are they really funny? Are they really humble, respectful? Make sure you talk about all those things, because if you really like someone, then you want to make sure that comes off in your song. If you're writing a mean song, make sure you don't focus too much on things they can't change. For example, if someone said something mean to you, you don't want to say, hey, you know what, you're ugly. You might focus on their character, or say, your personality is ugly, you're not very kind, that kind of thing, instead of, your eyebrows are stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. The last thing I want to say about writing songs about people is just be kind if it's a nice song, be respectful if it's a mean song, and just always tell the truth. Always be true. There's nothing worse than hearing a song that's about you or about someone you know, and hearing it and thinking, that's not how, that doesn't sound like that's what the person thought about them. really doesn't sound like that person believes what they wrote, especially when they're singing it and their heart's not behind it. So you want to make sure every emotion you have is packed into this song. Songs that are about people are so powerful, and that's why these need to be so well done and so full of what the truth is. Don't try to cover anything up, and don't try to make stuff up just to make it a relatable song. Tell the truth about how it feels to you, and then soon enough you'll be great at writing songs about people, and you'll have ones that people can relate to, even if they don't specifically like somebody's nose that they're admiring. They'll understand what you're saying in your song where you casually mention a nose, because they understand the emotion you put behind that line of your song. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.